Okay, so I'm finally finished with 10x Rule by Cardone. Uh, the last two chapters are kind of lengthy, but content it's pretty simple and self-explanatory. Chapter 22 is called Successful or Unsuccessful, and it's basically a checklist to see which category you fall in, and you can rate yourself. So I'm just going to read through them. There's 32 of them, so just bear with me on that. But it says you have a can-do attitude. You believe that I will figure it out. You focus on the opportunity at all times. You love to be challenged. You seek to solve problems and not cause problems. You persist until you're successful. You take risks. He says you have to take risks to make it big, to make the big money. Um, you can't let these too good to be true, opportunities to always pass you by, because chances are one of them may have made you rich if you committed. You have to be unreasonable. Don't listen to what people tell you about working too much or it's unreasonable to do whatever you're doing or unrealistic. It says be dangerous. Once again, you gotta go after some of those risks sometimes to make it big. You have to create wealth. This one's important to him. He says, you can work all your life for wages to make somebody else highly successful. But if you want the profits, you want the wealth, you want the great life, you have to create wealth. Readily take action. They said don't let time hold you back or too much thinking. Take action on the spot. Always say yes to good opportunities because some of them's going to work out to be great, some of them may not. But the chances are you'll benefit more. Habitually commit. This is kind of backwards for what he says. He said you think opposite, but he said he wants you to commit first to good opportunities and figure out what you're going to do later. That way you're on a time schedule and you'll be forced to do it. Go all the way. Just go all in. Do whatever you want to do, and do it to the best of your abilities. Focus on the now. You have to focus on what's going on now in your life, and not so much what happened in the past or way, way, way in the future. You need to focus on making things happen now. Demonstrate courage. He wrote a longer section on courage. He says that he's afraid all the time, has to talk to these big reporters, big news companies, big businesses. And he said it scares him, but he has courage and he does it now, and it's paid off in huge dividends for him. You have to embrace change. He said this is one of the determining factors. Those who cannot embrace change, like in the economic depression and all this stuff, they won't make it. And if they do, they'll struggle. He takes change and makes it a benefit to him by absorbing as much of the business and opportunities as possible, and actually spends more money in this time as well instead of conserving. Determine and take the right approach, self-explanatory. Uh, Break traditional ideas. You don't have to work for wages. You don't have to work hour to hour. Make your own schedule, your own time, your own profits. Be goal oriented. This is self-explanatory. I have big goals myself. Set daily, monthly, seasonally, yearly. Be on a mission. Have a high level of motivation. You don't need other people to motivate you. You're all the motivation you need. Be interested in results. Don't go, step by step and praise yourself. Get the results you want, then praise yourself. Have big goals and dreams. Create your own reality. Commit first, figure out later, like we just said. Be highly ethical. He says, people can be successful and never do anything wrong, whether it's illegal or not, but it doesn't mean that they're ethical. He calls ethical people that take their family first, friends first, make everybody and everything go well, and complete the goals that you have set. If you don't, then he says you're unethical. Be interested in the group, not the individual. Be dedicated to continuous learning. This is very interesting. He says the most successful people on earth reading upwards of 60 plus books a year. So that's a lot of books, guys. No joke. But they said on average, the people who read 60 plus books a year make 319 times more money than the average American. So soak that one in. Um, be uncomfortable. If you're comfortable all the time, then you're never getting out there and really going to the 10x commitment. Reach up in relationships. You have to go after those relationships with people that are highly successful and can make you better, not people that'll drag you down. And be disciplined. That one's self-explanatory. Chapter 23, the very last chapter. This is getting started with the 10x rule. This is straightforward. What he says, he gives an example while he's writing this book of putting the 10x into practice by going to several different movie studios to make a new TV series. So he tells us all about that, and he says basically you need to start now. You know, have this thinking and commitment now so you can be successful and not let nobody get in your way. So my overall review on this book is that it is amazing. If you're a business, by all means, read this book and do yourself a favor. Okay, it's not very expensive, but it'll change everything for you. So if you like this, of course, leave me a comment, like, share, email me at tkdblack, and just share with your friends. Thanks, everyone.